Hey, with another video to add to your spiritual toolbox, and that is the idea of how we work in cycles. Healing or spiritual work is not a once and done. It's not a great, I checked that box, never have to deal with that again. Sorry, that's not my experience at all. I I still have a Facebook account, and I'll get then periodically the updates of here's what you were doing 5 years ago. And I just watched a video from 5 years ago, and I thought, I basically taught on that topic this morning. I'm learning all the time what I've already learned, but in a deeper way because my life is different now. It's broader now. I'm bringing so much more experience to this subject. So it shows up in different ways for me, but it also shows me in a beautiful way that these practices work. I'm growing. I'm changing. I could look back on that video 5 years ago and go, "What? I would not go back there for anything in the world because I learned so much." And a lot of that spiritual growth was painful because that's really the touchstone of so much of our spiritual growth. But I gained so much. I'm grateful. And I also know that those practices work. Like it was beautiful to be able to actually hear myself say some of the things that I think, yeah, man, she had it going on. She was headed in the right direction. So, cycles. I think of us too often as I like Taoism, I like shamanism. I really resonate with that. That's what I mean by I like it. And this idea of life is in everything. And so I really identify with nature and trees, plants, flowers, trees. And trees have deep roots, and we've all seen the rings of a tree. And I think those rings are in us. I think those are the cycles of healing. I think those are the cycles of our spiritual development. We'll go to an outer ring, do some work, learn a lesson, gain some ground, gain strength, wisdom, and courage that we need, take another step, and then we might go to a deeper part of that ring later on, and again and again. And that's what I mean by cycles. It definitely doesn't mean that anything's wrong. Sometimes it means we have to learn a lesson multiple times before we can truly take it in. It's got to show up in different forms, maybe. Or sometimes we'll learn a lesson on a very deep level, and then we're quickly tested to say, did you get it? Does that make sense to you? For me, it's walking that journey. That's when I know I'm on the right track when that happens, because I'm walking the journey from head to heart. For me to learn something conceptually is nice. It's knowledge, but it is not wisdom. Wisdom happens as I walk the lesson out in my lifetime. Wisdom happens when I take the lesson into my heart. That's what these spiritual practices are about. It's not what we know, it's really how we live or how we be with it. And sometimes that takes time, you know? So I just offer that to you wherever you are. One, to be kind, generous, and gentle with yourself. To delight and find comfort in these practices, these spiritual practices, whether it be your meditation or yoga, movement, dance, whatever, whether it be your mindfulness with how you do work or take a task or how you approach a relationship, with your vulnerability, with your sense of truth, with your courageous, bold intimacy with you, to see more of you, to be willing to go deeper, to be curious, to be compassionate, to be the love that you truly wish to see in the world. Because, my friends, that is so worth it. You're worth it. So there we go. I hope this resonated for you. If it did, please check the like and subscribe button below. Share with your friends. Let me know in comments what is resonating, what else you might like to see. and I'll be back very soon. Chris McClellan, the Joy Connector. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.